Happy December, everyone! In the spirit of this season, this month we are covering the truest gospel from a galaxy far, far away. Thanks to Rogue One coming out December 16th, it's Canon Star Wars month. And what better way to celebrate the canon than by covering the best canon ongoing comic right now that wasn't ongoing. So massive spoilers for the 2015 Darth Vader comic incoming. You've been warned. On with the show!
Book 3, The Shu-Torun War, Part 1. Darth Vader walks into the Emperor's office on Coruscant. Like a good house cat, Vader brought the gift of Commander Carbon's decimated mechanical corpse back to his master. Palpatine doesn't seem pleased or even angry about this. He just hums before telling Vader that he needs to go to Shu-Torun and quell the current civil war on the planet. And Grand General Tej has requested that Dr. Silo accompany Vader. But of course, Palpatine isn't going to tell Vader why until he returns. Glad to know that the dickery is still strong in the ways of the dark side. Glad to know that the dickery is still strong in the dark side. On Shu-Torun, Vader is working alongside Queen Traz, I will probably never pronounce her name right, who we saw put in as Queen in the annual, and how she has to take all the royal responsibilities since the Ore Barons killed her sister, their Minister of War. While they cannot take the Citadel that they're trying to, with a frontal assault, Vader says that they don't need to, as Void Gazer, the Vader replacement that has all those drones under her mental command, has rigged the top of the giant cavern they're in with her drones. They explode, causing the molten ore that was apparently above the Citadel to pour over the whole thing, killing everyone and destroying a centuries-old building. But of course, Vader shrugs it off. They won't be rebelling anymore now, will they? They all go back to their battle room, which seems to just be one of the poshest parts of the palace, with some holographic maps in it. There, Silo stands with the twins as they all discuss the next part of the plan, basically being that they'll keep repeating the same thing that happened on that Citadel we just saw to every other barony that doesn't side with the Empire. This actually leads to a very good confrontation between Queen Traz and Vader, and how Traz cannot show her people that she's worth following if the Empire keeps tugging at her leash in front of everyone. And we wrap this issue up with Vader talking to a bunch of bounty hunters via holoskype. He's got a huge bounty on Dr. Aphra's head, and he doesn't care if she's recovered dead or alive. So, fresh into the new story, and this is why I decided that the annual was a prologue to this rather than a standalone, since it really basically sets up why Shu-Torun is at war with itself, and I kinda dig it. But I am kinda bummed that there was nothing more than a lukewarm reaction from basically everyone on Vader killing Carbon. I mean, sure, the Emperor shrugs it off, though maybe it's a passive pissed off because the disdain that Palpatine shows. But then again, that's just Palpatine in these books, so I don't know. Something I really did like is when Traz and Vader butted heads, because Vader is, for lack of a better term, a blunt instrument. He doesn't try to be delicate, and even when he has superiors, there's only a finite level of forced respect he can give them. Basically, I like it because it's someone voicing the same sort of attitude that Vader hides begrudgingly. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it, since Traz really is more thinking about protecting her planet and being a good person, while Vader literally just doesn't want to be ordered around. And I like that the replacements are back, and even Void Gazer being used by Vader in this. It shows that Vader, while disliking the abominations, will play nice when he needs to. I do have a feeling Void Gazer is not going to survive this storyline, if only because it's the second to last story, so maybe they'll be spaced out like that. Either way, come back tomorrow where we see the Ore Barons counterstrike.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, like, share, and subscribe. As always, if you agree or disagree with me, or just want to add your own comments, theories, or criticisms, leave a comment below. Don't forget to check out my other channels, ComicSins and The Archivist, links on screen. I also want to give a huge shout out to Star Wars Explained and Star Wars Theory. I may be talking about my views on Darth Vader comics this month, but both of these channels have been spectacular when dealing with the whole of Star Wars, both canon and legends. Links also on screen. And finally, my credits song is lifted from Taylor Davis's epic Star Wars medley. Check out her channel where she plays some epic violin. And as always, stay golden, Inklings.